Thanks for visiting Patient and Weather. Today, I'm meteorologist Al Peterlin. I'd like to talk about the weather stress forecast for Friday, March 20th, 2026. We do keep additional graphics available at tpatw.com. We also maintain a storefront on Amazon, our patient weather storefront on Amazon. So if purchases on Amazon are made through it, support the activities of patient weather. Looking at the surface map for Friday, there is only one major frontal system stretching all the way from British Columbia across the Dakotas, all the way down to Indianapolis, over to Pittsburgh, and then up to Buffalo. Two areas of unsettled weather in the Pacific Northwest, and again in the Northeast, across the Middle Atlantic states and up through New England. Looking at our vitality index, that measure of all of the different weather elements that might have some stress on the human body, we have a little bit of activity here in Idaho and a lot of activity up here in New England. Looking at the pressure change for Friday, we have some falling pressure across Idaho, lots of falling pressure all the way across the Northeast, from Indiana across to Virginia, up and through New York and all of New England. A little bit of rising pressure here in eastern North Dakota and northern Minnesota. Looking at the temperature change for Friday, we have rising temperatures here across the Northeast, again the Middle Atlantic states up into New England, little bit of rising temperatures here across the Michigan Upper Peninsula into Canada, and we already have very warm temperatures across the West, and so they're holding strongly. Looking at the change in dew point temperature, you can see that we have dew point temperatures rising again across the Northeast, and the vapor pressure is just supporting that exact same pattern. Looking at our change in atmospheric oxygen availability, you'll see we do have that risk of migraine along the Oregon coast. We have a risk of migraine across easternmost North Dakota and extreme northern Minnesota. But we do have a risk of asthma and arthritis here in Idaho into extreme western Montana. Little bit of asthma and arthritis risk across Texas into Louisiana, but a very significant asthma arthritis risk here stretching all the way from Indiana and Kentucky across Ohio to Virginia, up through Pennsylvania, New York, and all of New England. Of course, down here in the south, where we have this modest asthma and arthritis risk, there is already significant increase in pollen and that risk of allergy to compound that little bit of stress. Thanks for visiting the patient and the weather. Your comments are appreciated. And if you hurt, tell us.